In the late 1970s, the residents of Yorkshire, England, lived in fear as a mysterious serial killer roamed the streets, leaving a trail of murdered women in his wake. The man, later known as the Yorkshire Ripper, terrorized the community for years, killing 13 women and injuring 7 others before he was finally caught. The first victim of the Yorkshire Ripper was Wilma McCann, who was murdered in 1975. The police initially believed that her death resulted from a domestic dispute, but as more women were murdered, it became clear that a serial killer was on the loose. The victims were all prostitutes or vulnerable women, and their brutal murders sent shockwaves through the community. As the body count grew, the police struggled to catch the killer. Despite extensive investigations and numerous leads, the killer remained elusive, leaving Yorkshire residents in fear. The police received hundreds of letters and phone calls claiming to be from the killer, taunting them with cryptic messages and false leads. In 1981, the police received a recording of a man claiming to be the killer. The voice was cold and monotone and the man claimed responsibility for the murders. He referred to himself as Jack the Ripper, after the notorious serial killer terrorizing London in 1888. The police used the recording as evidence in their investigation, and they finally caught the Yorkshire Ripper. The man was Peter Sutcliffe, a truck driver from Bradford. Sutcliffe had been a suspect in the case for some time, but the police could not connect him to the crimes. Sutcliffe was arrested and charged with 13 counts of murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. In court, he claimed that he was acting on the orders of God, who had told him to kill prostitutes. He was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison, with a minimum term of 30 years. The Yorkshire Ripper case remains one of the most infamous serial killer cases in British history. It shook the country to its core and exposed the brutal violence that women can face. The case also highlighted the flaws in the police investigation and sparked a nationwide debate about the rights of vulnerable women and the importance of protecting them from violence. Today, Peter Sutcliffe remains in prison, serving his sentence for the heinous crimes he committed. The victims' families continue to grieve and search for closure, but the legacy of the Yorkshire Ripper will remain a dark chapter in British history. Thanks for watching.